All right, so I am live and I'm back for the first time in about a month in the movie library. So for the last little while, we have been doing it upstairs. And I had my shelving moved upstairs. I had everything. Hey there, Kenneth. Welcome to the movie club. Usually I do this upstairs. Well, no, usually I did this down here. But for like a month, I had all this was gone. The floor was ripped out, and I had to wait till the flooring was done. Hey, reality, how's it going? And just redo this whole thing. You're on time. You're on time for it. You are exactly on time, actually. It has been a crazy last few weeks. I've been working like crazy, and I would get off work and I would come down here, and I had my cousin out. We bring the shelves down. Hey, Polly, yo, the library is again intact and hopefully better than ever. I've gotten everything done. And what I'll do in a minute is I'll just take this out of here and I will show you guys around and let you guys see. Oh, flood warnings. Hey, munchies. I'll show you guys around actually the way that I have the movie library done up now. Welcome, Savannah. Wow, you guys are all coming back. I did not expect you guys today because I didn't expect to do this video, but the thing is I'm gone on Saturday. I'm going to my aunt's wedding. And I'm going to be there like Friday and Saturday. Going to see my kids. But my cousins helped me get all these shelves down here. And you guys want to see around? So let's do that. Let's kind of do like kind of a tour thing. Hey, Paulie. Hey, everybody. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try and switch this around. And I'll let you guys see kind of exactly what I got done and the changes that I got made. So because I've got more shelves, what I've done is I've been able to utilize my space more. So you can see some empty shelves now. Basically because I did a good job of utilizing the space this time. So let's take this out of here. A rare mobile movie. So here we go. So let's start off. I'm trying to turn it around. Oh, you know what's doing it? I got my hand there. Not a great projector. So this shelf right here, I'm going to go like this, is all horror. So everything here, like all that there, sorry, it's got a little blur there for a second. All this here is horror films. Oh no, it wasn't the stream, guys. It was just me. It was my moronic putting my finger and sit in front of the camera. So I brought the Doctor Who over here. I'm lucky to have a lot of those like signed by a lot of the actors and people that played Doctor Who. My documentary is down here, so we can actually do like a documentary video in the near future. Now over here is my animation. So what's the alphabetical label? I do not go alphabetical. I got way too much stuff kind of through alphabetical. The only thing I've done alphabetical this time around is when I was doing up the keynotes, I did do those alphabetically because what's the time? Mimi and Wes are doing fantastic. They're in Halifax. So Wes is actually started school today. Got his student ID. Oh, thanks. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. So this is the Criterion corner. With of course, like I just got a small Criterion collection with some BFI and some Eureka. Thank you, sir. And a lot of the classic stuff down here. You see like Ford at Fox, my Charlie Chan collection over there, and you get some of the kind of those Fox film noir sets. And here is something that I guess a lot of you guys are more interested in. This is my Scream Factory stuff. So Scream Factory and Shape Factory go all the way down to there. This entire unit is all Arrow video. So right from on top to my Arrow Video limited edition box sets, to Arrow, to the DVDs, right down to the bottom there with some of the stuff. Over here you see my indicator stuff. There's my Am cassette that I got from Severin. The Slasher Classic Collection from 88 Films, followed by the Mondo Macabres. Then followed by my other 88 Films, my Vinegar Syndrome. As you guys know, I talk a lot about that company. And you see like a lot of genre labels over here. And right over here is my Kino collection. I'm a really, really huge Kino fan. Follow that up by my Shameless. Then, of course, there's Twilight Time, Code Red, Olive Films. Just the Blu-rays done around there. And over here, I guess, is my 4K collection. Just around 40 or so of those. And down here you see like I have a lot of the Mill Creek sets, which I'm kind of a really big fan of. I'm not sure how good this is showing. I'll do like a better like one down the road. This is my... I set my Blu-rays on steel shelves 3-way with Steve on the side. That's the thing. I used to put them like... Sorry, I used to put them in the side there. Like I used to double do them, but I can't now. Got your first Criterion box in the mail. The damn disc won't work. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, a lot of those are region lock Savannah. Those are my steel books and my digibooks, my MGM collection, my Men and Movies collection. A lot of different stuff. So anyway, as it is right now, what I'm doing for the last couple of weeks, what I'm getting hyped for, and like I'm guessing many of you are, is Halloween's coming up. So it's deciding what to pick up for Halloween. What movies that I'm going to get. I watched season 1 and 2 of Wolf Creek and loved it. I'm betting that's for Savannah. I've only seen the first season yet. I still have to watch the second season. I do like the concept behind the second season, so I'm hoping that it stands up to the first one. Now, for me, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Do you guys know what you're going to buy for Halloween? Like what movies you're going to buy that you want to watch for the month of Halloween? First episode of part 2. I got to see that. Because me right now, I've pre-ordered the indicator sets that are coming up for Halloween. So the William Castle set and the Night of the Demon set. Unfortunately, they're not coming out here in North America. Well, they shouldn't arrive here actually until November the 6th. So they're not going to be here for Halloween. So I had to, I got like covers and all that on here now. And of course my Popeye, stuff like that. Popeye and Scooby-Doo and all that stuff. So I kind of had to decide what I was going to get for Halloween. So Kino came out and they announced earlier that the Night Stalker and the Night Strangler and Trilogy of Terror. Now, if you live in the US and you're grabbing those from Amazon, you're going to notice that the Night Stalker and Night Strangler are more expensive. Let's see what movie you can only get from England. What's that one? But Trilogy of Terror is cheaper. Now here on Amazon CA, Night Stalker and Night Strangler are cheaper than they are actually in America, and Trilogy of Terror is more expensive. No, I want to have them all. But at this point, Night Stalker and Night Strangler have gone down, so I'm getting them. Plus, we can start my horror movie watching. A lot of people start October 1st, but I wanted to start early because I have way too many horror films in my collection. It's probably a good idea, you know. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do it this year. I try to do it different every year. I don't like to just watch... thanks, James. I just went around, but it was a kind of a clumsy, shoddily done like look at this point. I'll do like a better look down the road. I'll probably use my my phone for it, and actually we'll get like a kind of a better look at all the shelves. And I think that organizing them the way that I've organized them now is going to help me in thinking up like ideas for videos as well. I like that I can get my hands on everything that I want, and I know exactly where everything's at. Before I had my horror done differently. There are leaves already on the ground. Yeah, let fall begin. I'm okay with fall. We've had a good summer. We just emptied the pool today, and I gotta like it's an above ground, so I gotta take that apart tomorrow. That'll be fun. And my mom's coming tomorrow evening, so she'll come when I'm at work. I'm working till like 12:30, so she'll be here, probably asleep by the time I get home. But it'll be interesting to see them tomorrow morning anyway. They're on their way to the wedding. They're going like a day before me. So my cousin and my mom are leaving on Thursday to head up to the wedding. But yeah, Halloween. That's what I want to talk about. She's not here yet, but mom will be here tomorrow. Does anybody have it planned yet? Have their Halloween planned out? So reality's already started watching. 200 that call autumn fall. True. I do like fall. I like the fall idea. Autumn sounds prettier, but fall is just, I don't know. I kind of think, for a start, I'm gonna like dive into some of the stuff that I got over the last couple of years that I haven't really watched yet or haven't had the nerve to watch because I bought it at the Dollarama, and some of it has like been super cheap. I don't celebrate Halloween here, but it's a fun time to get it on my horse. You don't celebrate Halloween there, okay? There's some places that don't actually. What area are you in? Wish fall would hurry up and get here. Past few days it's been 95 degrees. It was really hot here today. I was really surprised because here we are in September, and I go outside, and it is like I guess 31 here. It's really hot, and I'm just I'm on my way to work, so I couldn't wear I had a black shirt on, had to change it and put on a t-shirt. Spring during in Australia. I was talking about actually visiting Australia down the road. Actually, that's one place that I want to put. That's on my bucket list to check off to go to. So that's one of the places I want to visit. I'm a big like exploitation fan, so I grew up with a lot of Australian like there you go. I grew up with a lot of Australian like films and like that I used to watch the TV shows and that. Vacation in Australia, Arizona for a week, and it was 100. Oh, holy crap! I don't know if I could do that, man. Well, then again, I was in Morocco, and it was like super hot there. But the thing is that the way that it's there is like only tourists go out in the daytime. Morocco's more like an evening place. You go out later on, when it's cooled down, when it's going, I guess, later in the day. Yeah, there's more stuff going on. People come out with food and stuff like that. You're just chilling. Yeah. You go to like someplace, you go to gelato shops, stuff like that. Damn, I kind of miss Morocco right now. I could use the relaxation. Work has been crazy. I had to work Labor Day, and I'm gonna say it like some people that call companies on Labor Day or call really. I've been in Arizona. My goal is to move. Oh, really? A second home there. See, for me, I'm here. I kind of want to own this house. I want to buy this house. We got a place in Morocco. We got a place here. I wouldn't mind having, when you retire, I want to like kind of like split my time between, or three ways, between like here, like Canada, and Morocco, and a bit of time in Europe, like in like basically London, Paris area. That's kind of how how I've got my retirement planned out right now. Is to actually do some like go to that area, do some writing, spend a bit of time like maybe rent a flat or something, or buy a flat in London, and kind of go back and forth so I can actually get some stuff done. And hopefully during that time, watch some actual movies that I don't get the time to watch anymore. I have been watching a few movies lately. I have watched some of the newer ones that have come out, so I can make comments on certain movies. Grant runs AC 24 hours a day in Arizona, but it's solar panels. See, here, wouldn't need solar panels so much, but I would. 95 taken off a black shirt does that much. I got naked, so yeah, that's true. Now the place I work has AC, which is great, but sometimes it AC can kind of crank itself up a bit much. So then it's like scalding hot outside, and inside it's freezing. So even if I go to work on the hottest of days, I take a hoodie with me, and I just put that on when I get in work, and when I go outside, I take the hoodie off. But you know, that's what I've been doing lately. This video is all over the place. I apologize for that. I just plan to like pretty much just do like a quick video to like talk about the movie library, talk about how I got this stuff back together. It was a lot more work this time because when I originally did it in my first house, when I got here to Nova Scotia, it everything was like set up in boxes and organized. But now, when I brought the stuff upstairs, it had to be done like very quickly because there was damage down here. So everything was just like taken all over the place. There was no rhyme or reason, and like I couldn't keep things together, like amounts together. And I actually kind of put some stuff together while I was up there. But I realized quickly as I was bringing shelves down and I'm emptying them that I was actually like mixing things up even more. And so when I came back here to do this again, I had to rethink the way that I was going to do it. So I knew when I came down here, I was going to reorganize things. When I first came down here, what's adjacent to me right now, what you can't see, that used to be the animation area. But I talk about animation a lot on here sometimes. So I wanted to have it so that I could actually Return to the Front Line. We did Fun 2 finally came out. How is it, by the way? How was the features on that? I haven't got Return to the Living Dead 2 yet. Actually, you know, Scream Factory is putting in some decent stuff for Halloween, but there's nothing that I think I'm going to pick up. Like, I know I'm getting the Kinos because I'm a huge Dan Curtis fan. And I'm a huge Dan Curtis fan. He's one of my favorites. Like Dark Shadows, like again a favorite show of mine. And of course, I grew up like watching Kolchak. The dryer's done. The Night Stalker. Just had a blast with that show. Of course, you know that begot X-Files, which begot a lot of other shows, and begot. I feel like I'm talking like in Old Testament ways. Creepshow, Trick or Treat. I want them both, James. I want both of those. But the thing is, this time of year, things get more limited. The killer thing for me, and this is not something that everybody wants to grab, but Criterion. Any other weird noises in there? I'd be really suspect if there wasn't actually. Last night I was down here and I was doing this was like around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I heard this like noise, kind of like at my door. And then earlier on in the day, I heard the doorbell ring. Watch horror films in October. Will you watch all the Friday films as well as all the Halloween films? I might actually. I won't leave them for last because a lot of people like end off and they watch Halloween and all that stuff. And it seems like, hey, Movie Mac, welcome back. That rhymes. It's just that everybody does it. And I'm being all hipstery. But I kind of want to do something different. I added in some documentaries, lots of special features, loads of commentary tracks. Oh, nice. See, Return of the Living Dead 2 is kind of the, hey, Rich, is kind of like the, oh, Vegas. Oh, yeah, that's right. Welcome back. Hope you had a great trip in Vegas. That's another place that's on my bucket list to go. Anyway, so I heard, early on in the day, I'd heard like this, like a doorbell ring upstairs. And I went, and I didn't see anything. So I figured it was my better half's, like, it was her iPad. Like, she got a bunch of games that she gets, you know. So I figured that's what it was. And later on, like around 4 o'clock in the morning, it's like kind of like this rustling upstairs. As the original soundtrack. The first one, or the second one, you mean? The new one that came out, the Return of the Living Dead one, part 2? What's the soundtrack like on part 2? I don't remember part 2 as well. I remember part 2. I better visit. Well, I remember part 2 as being the more comedic, like, much like Monster Squad and movies like that, part 2 is like kind of an introductionary horror film for younger kids. How many 4Ks do I have? Maybe around 40. Not a lot, actually. I apologize. But I'm slowly getting some, like probably around 40. I guess around 40 or so. My last pickup was a Of course, like everybody else that just getting the 4Ks, we usually pick up the newer stuff that comes out when it comes out. And I watched. Oh yeah, I picked up Ready Player One actually. What's the last one I picked up? I got Ready Player One, Deadpool 2, Avengers, of course. And I can give you my thoughts on Ready Player One, which are, considering the thoughts on the film overall by a lot of people. My two TVs died, so I'll get a 4K TV. And what I did is I grabbed the 4K TV and I grabbed the Xbox One because of that. I already had the PS4 and I had the Switch. So I just grabbed the Xbox One because it plays 4Ks. And, I can play Rare Replay. It's getting the horror pack coffin boxes. I didn't know about it, Munchies. That actually sounds interesting. The problem I've had with the horror pack is, and they've put out some great stuff. I'm very interested in the horror pack originals that come out, but I'm concerned that a lot of stuff they put out is stuff that I've already owned. Waxworks is releasing vinyl soundtracks. Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. And in front of you know what I love Deep Red's got a great soundtrack. I can't remember Inferno soundtrack that well. Phenomenon I can kind of remember. Tenebrae is still my favorite. That's like, I had Tenebrae on my old phone that died. I had Tenebrae, the soundtrack, the Goblin soundtrack, and I would listen to that like when I was working, and when I was working out. Sometimes I'll listen to the Tenebrae soundtrack, which was fantastic. I was like, I got to get more. The thing is, I can't buy much more with vinyl right now. There's a real sale, a big sale on vinyl recently, but the thing is, and they had like Eyes of Laura Mars there, which I really want to pick up like, I don't even remember the songs from Eyes of Laura Mars or even the soundtrack, but it has a really cool cover. If you've seen the post for Eyes of Laura Mars, I almost picked it up about 2 weeks ago, but then I remembered I got to get a new, or at least fix up my my record player. 44Ks, but no 4K TV. Well, at least you're future proofing. Yeah, but I watched Ready Player One, and I was iffy about going in and get it. I was late getting the Ready Player One. A lot of people have picked it up, and I was like, maybe, I'm not quite sure, because I'd heard like kind of lukewarm stuff on the film. Blu-rays were stuff I already had, like Train to Busan. Yeah. Next month it says will be an exclusive, never before released on Blu-ray. Ooh, Deep Red's gonna be 3 records. Damn, I can see you can get hooked on that. But I really enjoyed Ready Player One. Like, my inner child really liked it. Spielberg tapped into my inner child. And I think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think Ready Player One, unless you're really into like pop culture, it's gonna like over a lot of like a lot of younger viewers. But if you're my age or around there, then the movie's gonna hit you. And as I'll use a term that my kids would use, and it's cringe. They would cringe actually to see me use it. This How to kill like a popular term. Have somebody older like me use it. But it would hit in the feels, basically, as my younger mom would say. But I really liked it. I mean, like, there was all these references going all over the place. I love the sequence, and I'm guessing most of you guys have seen this movie, where they're using like weapons. Yes, it is 80s nostalgia at its best. Where she throws a Chucky doll, and Chucky just goes around like killing everybody. But the best thing from Ready Player One was not in the book, but it was in the film, and that is the Shining sequence. If you're a fan of Stanley Kubrick, if you're a fan of The Shining, you owe it to yourself to at least see Ready Player One at least once, because the Shining sequence is bloody brilliant, and it's the only set that's actually really a set, as opposed to like any kind of computer generated. The Shining set, when you watch Ready Player One, that's actually a set to make it look like The Shining. It's not like it's not computer generated. So that's actually really, really well done. So I enjoyed that. I think I lost 3 viewers when I said I enjoyed Ready Player One. You can't go wrong with Spielberg. Well, some of his stuff, reality, I'm not gonna lie. The Coffin Box has the latest issue of Rue Morgue magazine, a T-shirt, a Blu-ray, and a few collectibles. Like, I gotta look that up, Bunchies. I'm actually kind of curious about that. So, anybody else know about the Coffin Box? I had no idea that the Coffin Box was a thing until Munchie's mentioned it here. But I will look into it and check it out, see how much it costs and that. What bothers me is sometimes some of these like boxes and stuff. A lot of them are done in Canada, but we have to pay American prices and like American shipping and American what that. But his great films make up for them. Yeah, and this is one of his. I really enjoyed it. I know some people were iffy about it, but I really, really enjoyed Ready Player One. I was listening to like I think it was Screamcast with Brad and like and Stephanie and the guys, and one of them liked Ready Player One, but Stephanie didn't like it. I loved it, but then I'm older than they are, than most of them are. So yeah, I got all the Spielberg's not the director he used to be. See, I think he captured a lot of what he used to do in that film. But I'll agree that definitely that most of the Spielberg stuff that comes out with now, I'm just not into it. It's technically well done, but it isn't the Dream Factory Spielberg that of my childhood. That's for sure. He definitely got more into like films. He grew up. His movies grew up, and I didn't grow with them. I still wanted the thrill ride of Spielberg. That's what I want when I go in for a Spielberg production. So that's why this was good for me. What's your one movie that you have that's very rare and hard to find online or in stores? I probably have a few, but the thing is that I'll be honest with you, Savannah, I don't know what I have that's out of print. Usually, Duel is your favorite. Duel is amazing, and that's one of these really early ones too. Scream Factory should do Jaws. Now, Jaws does have a good release. You know, I would love to see a Scream Factory like the artwork on Jaws, but you can't fault the features on Jaws. Stephanie's way younger than you, and she's way younger than me, so her tastes in films are way different. Yeah, but I gotta say, she is, and I said this on Twitter, that she definitely was that missing ingredient in Screamcast that they didn't know that they needed. That made the podcast just way. Well, it was a fantastic podcast. They made it even better. She was just the kind of the icing on the cake type thing. You found the right person. I listen to a lot of podcasts. You know, Pure Cinema, Screamcast. I listen to a lot of the different ones like Shockwave, stuff like that. I'm a big podcast guy. When I go to bed at night, I can't turn on the TV. My better half's there. I have a creepy, filthy, out-of-print movie no one wants. Too scandalous for most eyes. I bet you I know what that is. I bet you it's one that I wouldn't watch. And if the director's names are VS, that one can stay out of print. To be honest with you. And poor Sam Rockwell for having a movie lost that he was in. But I understand why. Brian Sauer does a lot of good film. Oh, Brian Sauer's great. He does Just the Discs, and I really like Just the Discs. I was actually listening to one last night. He definitely is. Brian Sauer is really. He seems like a really nice guy too. Us movie nerds are nice guys. So I'm getting distracted because I've got a kitty cat down here by me, and he's adorable. He's looking. He's like just going back and forth around my feet. So he's like he's trying to get my attention, aren't you? That's okay. Oh, what type of cat? Oh, tell you what. Hold on a sec. Let me just see if I can show you. Hey. Hey, Scaredy. So that's Scaredy. I have 3 cats now. I have like Scaredy. I've got Hubert, and I have Bruno. Macro Tabby, yeah, he is. My better half got them when they were just kittens. Fangoria, September 11th is the deadline to subscribe. That's an ominous one. Hey, Stephanie, I was just talking about you. I just mentioned you and the tweet that I mentioned on about you and Screamcast, actually not that long ago. This is the movie library, Steph. It is back. If you haven't been here for a while, this was gone. It was like all this, the floor, the whole works of it, the walls, everything was like all. Yeah, all had to do. You had to do everything over again. Yeah, we were literally just talking about you, and it was all good stuff. But I can pretend it's bad stuff. But no, we Thanks a lot. Actually, I'm going to do like a tour down the road, like a good tour. I did like a like a kind of a shaky screen tour. My horror stuff's all over where the animation was right now. A lot of like horror DVDs and stuff like that. You're so dying to watch what movie? I missed that, Savannah. And it's cute. That's it. See, you just know, like when you're, some people just know when they're being talked about. I'm getting distracted by my cat. You're adorable. Half the time he's like not paying me attention, and now all of a sudden I'm doing a video and he's like, he's not photobombing me yet, but he's like down below, just like taking up my energy, which is because it's late here, right now in Canada, in Nova Scotia. It's like it's two. Oh, there we go. What's that? Ah, that's my amiibo. It's 2 a.m. I never Amino. I never use that, you know. Does anybody here use Amino? Like I've got the horror Amino, and I can't say that. Like I've maybe some Dr. Woofula posts and stuff like that, and a couple quizzes, but I really don't use horror Amino that much. 10 Pacific in California, dude. You know how much it's like. Think of like kind of like a cross between MySpace and Facebook, but just for like certain, just for certain things. Like any kind of nerdy thing you can think about has its own amino. Watching YouTube in bed. What were you watching? Well, I know what you're watching now, but what's your Stephanie? What is your go-to? Do you have any go-tos? Do you know like Dark Crimes, Jim Carrey? Oh, you love your serious movies. I think one of the movies that I got that I think needs a revisit. How much is Netflix in Canada? I think it's $11.99 now. It used to be $9.99. I have it because I watched a lot of the Netflix original shows like Ozark and stuff like that. I'm really I haven't seen the second season of Ozark yet. I was really bowled away by the first season of it, and I really do want to watch the second season. That's one thing that's on my list, and I'm trying to like figure out what's going to be coming up for Halloween as well. And they got a really twisted show called Paradise PD. It's an animated show, and it's by the Brickleberry guys. So if you haven't seen it, don't watch it around kids, but it's definitely worth a watch. Netflix in Australia, yeah, it's a Netflix in Australia, right? Like, it's just like you probably have like better Netflix. I know that in the UK and America, they usually have better Netflix than we do. Ooh, do you hear that? There we go. But anyway, guys, at 32 minutes, this is probably going to be one of my shorter videos. Thank you guys all for joining me. I work tomorrow. I'm hoping to do a longer, more themed video. This was kind of just an introduction back into the movie library. Steph, thank you so much for coming in here. I always enjoy your on the podcast. I'm actually listening to one with you tonight. Actually, I'm not sure which one it is. Were you on the last Just the Discs, or was that the one I'm thinking of? I know there's a Screamcast that I've got queued up in my in here as well. But guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry if I'm seeming all over the place tonight. It was a really busy week, and I worked like Labor Day, and it's just been nuts ever since afterwards. So, you guys are awesome, and I'm lucky that you guys came back, and you did Return. Oh yes, that's right. Return of the Living Dead 2, because I got through part of that, but it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to finish that one tonight. Brain Scan. I don't have Brain Scan yet either. I got to get Brain Scan. I gotta rewatch Return of the Living Dead 2. It was never my favorite Return of the Living Dead film. It's probably my least favorite of the Return of the Living Dead films. Like, I like it. I like Return of the Living Dead 3. I love that film. It's like Romeo and Juliet, zombies, of course, and it's got one of my crushes. Put that on the Google Doc. And Melinda Clark, right? On there. So, but I got to rewatch it. It's like the tamest of the Living Dead movies. What's the picture on your wall in the middle? That one right there, you mean? That's Gunnar Hansen as the Leatherface in the 1974. Oh, thanks, Steph. In the 1974 version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one of my favorite films of all time. it's one that I get more out of every time I watch it. And I actually Gunnar used to scare the hell out of me as Leatherface, and I got to see him before he passed away. I got to meet Gunnar Hansen at a convention and talk to him for a little bit. He was a really nice guy, like a teddy bear of a man, and he's missed. He really is. I still find the movie scary, but when I see it now, I can see Gunnar a little bit behind Leatherface. So with that story, guys, thank you so much for coming. Have a great evening. If you're not watching if you're not listening to the podcast that Stephanie does, definitely check them all out. She's amazing, and she is definitely a credit to every podcast that she's been on, and gets me watching. So I'm going to get some sleep, and welcome back to the movie club and the new movie library, and have a great evening, guys. For me right now, it is time for tea. Having a tea in hours.